This is going to be the race to watch at this summer's 2025 Swimming World Championships because we're about to have two of the best swimmers in history square off in this one event, the women's 800 freestyle. So let's break down the front runners in this women's 800 free and show you just why this race is going to be absolutely insane. Looking at the fastest performers in the world this year, the top three are far ahead of the rest of the world right now, especially because if we switch to the top 10 performers of all time, that is the exact same top three. Lonnie Pallister recently went a pretty big personal best to earn that number 3 spot, dropping from her old best time of 8:15.11 set in late 2023. While anything can happen in a longer, more tactical race like the 800 free, I don't think it's too controversial to say that it would be a fairly big upset for Pallister to get knocked out of that bronze medal position. Ahead of Pallister are of course Katie Ledecky and Summer McIntosh, and realistically, these are the only two real contenders for that gold medal. Katie Ledecky has dominated this event for over a decade, winning it at every major international meet since her breakout win at the 2012 London Olympics. She even managed to win it while being very sick at the 2019 World Championships. Ledecky has also owned the world record in this event for 12 straight years, since the 2013 World Championships where she broke it for the first time. Ledecky continued to lower her record all the way through to the 2016 Rio Olympics, where she set a ridiculous standard of 8:04.79, winning the event by over 11 seconds. 2016 Ledecky was seen as her absolute peak, and that 800 free record looked like something that no one was going to be able to touch for a very, very long time. But that is not the world record anymore, because earlier this year, 9 years after that swim, and now at the age of 28, Katie Ledecky somehow went even faster. At the Fort Lauderdale Pro Swim Series in May, Ledecky blasted a new best time of 8:04.12 to topple her long-standing world record in stunning fashion. Ledecky followed that up with another lightning fast time at US Nationals in June, a time of 8:05.76 that at the time was the third fastest swim ever, behind only her two 8:04s. Now, during literally any other point in history, Katie Ledecky being in world record shape would mean that she already has the gold medal in this event locked up. But this year, Summer McIntosh is looking to challenge that. McIntosh was on fire during the 2024 Paris Olympics. In her 4 individual events, she won 3 gold medals and a silver. Then, after Paris, she stated that she was in fact looking to add a 5th event to her lineup, and one of the potential options was the 800 freestyle. The 800 freestyle was an event that McIntosh had already shown great potential in. In fact, she started her career with this as one of her events, even swimming it at the Tokyo Olympics. In early 2024, McIntosh actually beat Ledecky in this event at the Southern Zone Senior Championships in Florida. And while this meet isn't exactly a high priority for either of these swimmers, beating Ledecky at all in this event is something that hasn't happened since her international debut. Now, unfortunately, McIntosh was not able to swim this event later that year in Paris due to a scheduling conflict. It was the same session as the 200 IM. Then again this year in 2025, at that same zones meet, McIntosh swam this event once more, and this time became the first swimmer other than Ledecky to break 8:10, unleashing a time of 8:09.86. That schedule conflict between the 200 IM and the 800 free actually does not exist at the 2025 World Championships, and with McIntosh looking to add that 5th event, the 800 free was starting to look very appealing. Summer McIntosh decided to swim this event at the 2025 Canadian Swimming Trials. This event was on night 2, and on night 1, she actually set a new world record in the 400 freestyle, so expectations in that 800 were suddenly sky high. After being right with Ledecky's world record pace over the first 100, Summer McIntosh did the unthinkable and turned at the 200 meter mark under that world record pace. Not only that, but through the 300 and 400 meter splits, McIntosh actually outsplit Ledecky, managing to extend her lead over the world record. At the half, she was under that pace by 0.61 seconds. seconds. Katie Ledecky started a comeback on Macintosh over the back half of the race. However, it did still take some time for the world record splits to eventually surpass her. Macintosh was still under world record pace until the 650 meter mark. Even then, these two remained very close. With just 50 meters to go, Macintosh was only hundredths off of world record pace. Ultimately, Katie Ledecky had a monster closing 50 to widen the gap by a decent margin, but Macintosh eventually touched in a blistering 8:05.07. That time now ranks as the third fastest swim in history. Summer McIntosh is now within a second of Ledecky's world record mark, and both swimmers have obviously shown that they are in incredible form in this event this year, and now they'll be looking to settle it at Worlds. Looking at the splits between these two swims, we can see where their key differences lie. Ledecky is out a hair faster off of the start, but then Macintosh has 3 consecutive splits that pull her ahead. After that, Ledecky begins to close the gap on every 100 split during the back half. The biggest difference maker between these two swims was of course that final 100 out of Ledecky. She was flying home with a final split of 58.75, which was good enough to separate Ledecky from Macintosh as much as she did. Even just looking at the splits between these two races a little over a month apart from one another, this matchup looks absolutely insane. It's not just the fact that both of these swims are so incredibly fast and pretty close together in time, it's the fact that during most of this race they would have been basically dead even. This showdown at Worlds is a perfect storyline at Worlds, because in Ledecky you have the long-standing veteran in this event. If there's one thing that she's known for, even outside of the core swimming audience, it's absolutely dominating these longer races. Then in Summer McIntosh, you have the young up-and-comer looking to challenge that reigning veteran. She was already on fire in her 4 events in Paris, and now she's looking to extend that range even more. When it comes to predicting a winner, I think I'd give the edge to Ledecky, mainly just due to her experience racing this event at this level, as well as obviously just the faster personal best time. But Macintosh has some things going for her too. You could argue that she has the potential to go a bit faster since she's still on the younger side, as well as getting back into racing this event more seriously, meaning that she could have some potential strategy adjustments. Whichever athlete you want to win, you can probably make a pretty good argument as to why they're going to, which makes matchups like this so fun. And of course, just how fast are they going to go? If this race plays out the way their best splits line up, then they could end up just pushing each other to go faster and faster. We've also quite literally never seen a peak Katie Ledecky get pressured in this event. We have seen Ariane Titmus on her heels a bit in recent years, but never when she was in 8:04 shape or even in 8:08 shape. How fast do you think that these two are going to go in a little bit at Worlds? And more importantly, who do you think is going to get their hand on the wall first? Let me know down below.